This is coming from a Citibank executive. Michael Tracy posted this one. A Citibank executive talking about Ukraine. And in the clip, she admits we must win this war. She admits we must win this proxy war in Ukraine, which, of course, and I think she's American, and she's an executive for Citibank, an American company. So by we must win this war, she's admitting that this is an American war, a U.S. war, which is not supposed to be, right? This is supposed to be Ukraine versus Russia. That's ostensibly, that's the idea. U.S. isn't involved, right? Or at least U.S. isn't at war. But here she is saying we need to win this war because it's a proxy war. They don't want to admit it, but they're admitting it. And anyway, she also says we need to mobilize private capital, which means buy up Ukraine. It's time to buy up Ukraine and win this war. But here's the clip of Citibank admitting this.
Secretary, we have to win this war. We have to get this resolved. I think that there is desire to put private capital. We need the enabling capital now. But I know even with our own conversations internally in Citi that, and we do have lines to clients. We do have the ability to keep the business going to a certain extent, and thankfully, because of the different development organizations that can provide some backing in the ECAs, we're going to need that ECA multilateral development money. But I can't emphasize enough that the behavior and the products that they provide are going to have to change in order to mobilize the size of private capital that we need. We need to scale this at a level that we haven't seen in the past. And so this, and I can't underscore, and I know my colleague here agrees with me in terms of some of these reforms and these new products and services that we're going to need to mobilize the private capital.
To mobilize the private capital. Isn't it fun, these terms they use to get that so that they understand what's going on, but your average citizen might not. So it doesn't really make people as angry. To mobilize the private capital, to get the billionaires and the billionaire corporations and trillionaire corporations like BlackRock to buy up Ukraine, to really get that capital running and sell off Ukraine to the highest bidder. We're going to need different, she says different products. What she means is financial products, which is it's not a product like you and I think of a product. It's not like, here's a widget. It's like fucking various kinds of hedge bets and shit like that. Various kinds of investment products, investment vehicles. But there she is admitting that as a Citibank executive speaking for Citibank, she means America, the United States, needs to win this war, meaning this proxy war against Russia, so that we can mobilize private capital and spend billions of dollars buying up pieces of Ukraine, which we have destroyed. Which is kind of funny. I don't mean haha funny. I mean sick funny, in that this is a war that supposedly the U.S. is on the side of Ukraine, right? We're supporting Ukraine in this war. But the U.S. has helped make sure this war happens. We've helped make sure this war extends. We ended the peace deal over a year ago that would have ended it quickly, and we wanted this war to extend, and we've continued to extend it. So that means we've helped make sure that more of Ukraine is destroyed. And now the parts of Ukraine are being sold off to these massive corporations that essentially own America, so the United States. So sold off to the owners of the United States. So the U.S. has somehow succeeded in the propaganda that we're on the side of Ukraine, yet we have helped to decimate Ukraine, and now we're buying Ukraine out from under the people of Ukraine. So the United States has destroyed and bought up, stolen. I mean, yes, you could say bought up, but stolen Ukraine, what should belong to the people of Ukraine. The U.S. has destroyed it and stolen it, and somehow that's supporting Ukraine. Isn't that amazing? That is amazing. That is a tremendous level of propaganda. You know, that goes with the fascism will come to America wrapped in a flag, you know, holding a cross, singing "I love America." It is the perfect example of doublespeak, Orwellian doublespeak. The U.S. has run around for over a year saying, we love Ukrainians, we wear little Ukraine pins, we want to help Ukraine, we're there to help Ukraine. And yet, if you look at the entirety of what's happened, the U.S. has made sure Ukraine has been destroyed and has now stolen large swaths of Ukraine, like financially stolen them. Sure, on a map, it won't say United States, but if they sell off their electric grid to a large U.S. corporation, then the U.S. owns their electric grid. If they sell off their transportation systems to a large U.S. corporation or U.K. corporation or whatever, it doesn't really matter. I mean, hell, the fucking U.S. corporations are based in U.K., like, or the Isle of Wight or the Isle of Man, or they're based in Ireland or one of these places with zero taxes or near zero taxes. So we buy up pieces of Ukraine. On the map, it still says Ukraine, so we don't have to say, hey, we stole. Hey, why does it say U.S. in the middle of Ukraine? What, did you guys take a piece of Ukraine? It doesn't say it on a map, but economically, we are stealing pieces of Ukraine, which we helped make sure was destroyed. Truly amazing how we've somehow managed to flip that around on its head. Unbelievable.